Welcome back, everybody. On with more wild game meat processing. So today what we're going to do is jerky. I'm going to show you my process. I use High Country Seasonings Cure. My favorite one happens to be black pepper and garlic. The other good one that I kind of like is called Bourbon Barbecue. But this one is my favorite. I had enough to do everything in one flavor. So let's just get after it. Thanks for showing back up. Hey, there's a dang hornet alive in here. As cold as it is, I can't believe that. So I weighed the meat out. We ended up with 10.3 pounds. I thought we had more than that, so I mixed up enough cure to do 15 pounds. So we should have a little left over. One note, if you're using a commercial seasoning blend like this, do follow their instructions, because the curing salt that they put in here, sodium nitrate, is toxic at certain levels. You get too much in there, it's bad news. I thought that maybe I could just dump everything together, mix it up and use it. But I called their 1-800 number and the gal told me, no, do not do that. They put more curing salt in some of these kits than you need. Apparently they make one size of package of curing salt for all their kits. And in a 15-pound kit, you don't need it all. So I went ahead and measured it all out. It ended up being all the seasoning, but not all the curing salt. So yeah, make sure that you follow the directions, especially on the curing salt. We got our jerky all cut up already, all prepared. You see, I got this in aluminum right now. It's okay to just have the meat in aluminum, but when you put the cure and the seasoning on there, you do not want any metal coming in contact with that until you cook it. And that's just gonna be your cooking rack. It will taste terrible if you do that. So, I probably need to shut you off and go get one more thing before I do this. I need something to lay it out on to get, at least to get started. So, you think you're ready and you're not. Be right back. Okay, we're back. We are back. So, like I say, we got our jerky all ready. We're gonna lay this all out on a board. Now, I like to cut my jerky kind of thick, because when I dry it and smoke it, I like it to be still a little bit soft, you know. And have a little juice to it. I don't like hard jerky. I don't like having to crunch it. No need to. Just no reason. Don't buy jerky in the store that's too hard to eat. You know what? That's not very pleasant. So you do want to try to get it uniformly cut so that it all dries out the same. Doesn't always happen, so you just got to keep an eye on it when it's smoking. So this particular brand of seasoning, they recommend that you put it in a bag after you've got the cure on it. And I've tried that, and it works okay. But then a friend of mine showed me how he does it, and it works really good. We're gonna show you how that works. There's a little silver skin on some of this. Probably should have brought a knife out to trim, but that's all right. That part will be a little chewy. It's okay. You can spit that one out. So we'll get this board covered as good as we can so we're not seasoning the board. And yes, once again, just like when we were doing the grinding, you want to keep everything good and cold. And believe me, this stuff is cold. My hands are going to be cold. Find just the right puzzle piece to fit in there. These guys on there good and tight. See if we can find one to fit in there. All right. You get one of these shaker bottles in every package that these guys sell, so I'm not worried about getting it all yucky. Better pour this over something else. Got our first shaker load. Put our little shaker lid back on. Now you don't have to saturate, but you want a very good coverage on everything. Try to get it nice and even. Get everything covered. And this is where my buddy's idea comes in. You're gonna take this, lay it seasoning side down. And as you're laying it in there, you want it all to be good and tight together, but we're gonna season this side now so we don't have to flip it over and season and do all that. We're kind of removing one step. So you want the surface of all these to be exposed when you season. And this is just the first layer. I'll give it a little bit of this. I don't put quite as much on at this point, because now I'm going seasoning side down, so it's seasoning to seasoning. Get them in there good and compact. A little bit. And we're just going to keep doing that. Keep layering this into the bowl until we got all our meat cured, or at least seasoned. Curing going to happen in the fridge. So you got 24 hours in the fridge after we put this cure on there before you can smoke it. Way, you'll get to see the whole process. So now I'm going to put a little bit more on in the bowl, and I'm just going to lay these right on top of that. You're getting stuff on there. It's going to go in the fridge, and I'll put a bowl or something weighted on top of that so that it's really got a nice little compression on it, and it'll all get seasoned up really nice. I promise. I think you guys probably get the picture, so I'll shut you off and I'll show you what this bowl looks like when we're full. Okay, we got it all seasoned and layered in there. This is what we end up looking like. Nice, tight, compact little layers. And then, before we put her in the fridge, oh, I hate plastic wrap. It works for so many things, but it's such a pain in the tuchus. What we want to do is tuck that right in there, good and tight. Get that sealed up. Just tucking it right down in around the edge of that meat. Oh. So that's what we look like now, all tucked up nice. I'll take that plate, put that on top of it, and then take her in the, well, I'll probably put it in this fridge out here in the shop. I'm gonna turn that over, I think it'll work better. No. I'll leave her like that. Probably need to put something on top of it for weight. How about a can of lard? That'll work. We'll put this in the fridge. 24 hours from now, we'll fire up the old smoker and start smoking. Hey guys, we're back. It's Saturday. It's been about 12 hours. Our jerky's had plenty of time to cure. Got her in here. Oh, I took the garbage out this morning and I didn't bring the can back. That's all right. I'm gonna clean that up in a bit. So, these look like a big solid piece of meat in there right now. I've got 7 racks that go in that little smoker over there. I mean, this is pretty self-explanatory. You get these on the racks. You don't want them touching, but keep them close so that you can get as many possible pieces on there as you can. And just like in the sausage making video, I wish you guys could smell this right now. It is wonderful. So we got that rack loaded up pretty good, and I just noticed it's upside down. Doesn't really matter. We'll go put this one in, and I will finish all these up, take you over and show you the smoker. All right, there's our last one. Now, so I don't drop that trying to do too many things at once. Come over here, get this turkey open. We'll run back over here, try to hurry so we don't lose a lot of our heat. We got almost all that jerky in on these 7 racks, which is awesome. So we'll slide that dinger in there. And that is a beautiful, beautiful sight right there. Oh, gonna close her up. I'm gonna shut this door down. Just a second. Maybe we can get a better look at this guy. This is a Pit Boss. It's been used a bunch. So what we've done, we set that at 225. It's catching back up now. It'll come up and down quite a bit. We'll keep an eye on it the first little while with all this wind blowing and see how it does. And yeah, I'll bring you back when this batch is done. So she dropped down to about 210 after she got to 220. Heard the auger kick on. Get that beautiful little bit of smoke going. Yeah, buddy. And we're back. It's been 2 hours. Set at 225 degrees. Oh, it's looking good. Now, let's see if I can do this without dropping you guys. Got the instant read thermometer. Where are we at? 124, and that's on the low rack. You can see that's still pretty squishy. Whoop, dropped the thermometer. Let's give that another half hour or so and see how it goes. Okay, so it's been almost 3 hours. I've checked the temperature a couple times. Pardon the shadows, it's getting nigh on to afternoon. I don't usually check the temperatures, I just do it by feel. That guy, they're done. That's a top one. This guy's a real fat one, so he's gonna be a little squishier, but it's not bad. I think we're there. So what we'll do, yeah, those guys in the back, they're done. They're overdone. See, I should have rotated my racks. Well, I'm out of practice. Just a second. Okay, so what I did, put you guys up in the stand. I got all these racks off of here. Now we're just gonna pull all this meat, stack it on here. I'm gonna stick it in the hobby room. I don't dare leave it out here because I gotta leave the doors open so it doesn't get too bad and smoky in here. And I don't want the cats getting it, so. Let me show you the difference in what, okay, so this one came off the back rack, back part of the rack. Okay, this one come off the back part. It's pretty dark. This one not so much, and it's got a little squeeze to it. That's okay. And this one, of course, this long one was a lot fatter than this one, but yeah, I think when the last time I did this, I haven't done this in a while, a couple of years. I'm gonna say every hour or in an hour, come out and pull them, turn them around, put them back in, walk away. So it only took us 2 racks to finish that meat off. We'll take that in and get it cleaned up. One thing I do want to mention, I'm going to let that cool all night. Get really good and cool. Let it finish drying out, you know. It's got moisture on it still, temperatures, humidity, all that stuff. And let her dry out, and I will throw it in the vacuum sealed bags just like we did the sausage. Throw them in the freezer, and that stuff will last a long time in the freezer. As long as I don't tell my daughter about it. Then it doesn't last very long at all. But that is the basic process. There's a few things you can do. One thing, I tried one time to make sriracha jerky. I put it on, then I smoked it. Did everything just like normal. And really didn't have much flavor. I don't know, the sriracha just kind of disappeared in the smoking. So the next time I took a bag as I was vacuum sealing it, and I coated all that jerky inside that bag with sriracha, then vacuum sealed, threw it in the freezer, and I'll tell you what, that will knock your face off. It is awesome. So we'll probably do a couple bags of that. You already saw the vacuum sealing process in the other video, and it's just not that darn interesting anyway, so, you know, we'll see you when we give her a taste. All right, here we go. The true test of whether or not the jerky turned out, and that's the taste. So I picked out one that's just about the perfect texture. Ooh, I about dropped it. I still would have ate it. 10-second rule. So let's take a look here. See if we can get that to focus. There you go. So it's not completely dried out. A little tendon guy there. That's all right. Let's give her a taste. Oh. Yeah, it turned out good. Thanks for watching, guys. I'm going to talk with my mouth full. It's been fun. If you have any questions or comments, go ahead and please put them up there. This is the best part of hunting. It's a lot of work, but I love it. I love this part. I'll be a pretty popular feller out to work when I bring some too, so. We're still picking up subscribers. I do appreciate it, folks. Like we always say, work hard, be safe, above all, be kind. Go out and get you some jerky.